So Marvels Tokon is here and it's not like your typical tag fighter. I want to talk about some very important things that I wish that I knew before I started playing. The first thing you need to understand is that Tokon works differently from most tag fighters. Even though you select 4 characters, your entire team shares 1 health bar. Unlike other fighting games, you are not managing 4 separate health bars or constantly swapping injured characters out. You can spend the entire match controlling 1 character you started off with. Your other characters can mostly function as assist, defensive options, and combo extenders. So on day 1, don't feel like you need to master 4 move lists immediately. Learn 1 character first and build a team that supports them. So you don't begin with all 4 characters at once, you begin with your main character and your second character. So you have to assemble the rest of your team during your match. Losing rounds kind of like teammates, but obviously this is the method you want to rely on. The better way is to win exchanges and knock your opponents through walls. There are 4 universal ways to knock opponents through walls. You can throw them while their back is against the wall. You can repeatedly press light and complete the automatic link combo. Certain characters also have special moves that cause wall breaks. And during an air combo, forward heavy can break the wall when the opponent is positioned close enough. So when your opponent's back is against the wall, unless you might win the round with it, don't automatically use your normal combo and look for the wall break. Now, assembling your team isn't just for just looks, it actually is very, very important. Unlocking more teammates gives you more assemble gauge and more skill gauge to work with. That means more assists, more defensive options, and more ways to extend your combos. You also need to meet the team requirement before you can use the Tokon assemble, which is your level 3 in this game. So building your team should be one of your main goals during every round, and let me tell you why. Assemble Smash can almost let you completely skip neutral against someone who is trying to zone you. If your opponent is throwing projectiles like Magneto across the whole screen, Assemble Smash can carry you through that space and start your offense. On hit, you can convert into a full combo if you have enough assist resources afterwards. You can also use Assemble Smash to note assemble gauge, but without your gauge, your ally will not appear after the hit, so your follow-up will be more limited. But don't become predictable with it, because if you are and you try to Assemble Smash through every single scenario, your opponent will eventually start waiting for it. Another very crucial tool you can use in neutral to fight against zoning and on defense where you don't want to respect their defense at all is crossover. It's one of the most important defensive mechanics in the whole game. While you are blocking, press the crossover input with at least 1 bar of assemble gauge. Your teammate will knock the opponent away and reset both players back to neutral. Basically your universal get off me button. Like Assemble Smash, don't use it at the exact same moment every time you block, because if your opponent predicts it, they can use the same thing, which will also cost their assemble gauge, but they can counter it with a crossover reflect, which they can also perfect. So what that would mean is sometimes use it early, sometimes wait, sometimes keep blocking and make them wonder whether it's coming or not. This next tip sounds painfully obvious, but personally for me, I kept making these mistakes. Use your super meter. I would finish an entire combo, look down, and I would realize I was still holding up multiple bars. Now I want to kind of blame Dragon Ball FighterZ for this, but it has silently trained my brain that I'm always looking for the obvious sliding knockdown before I'm thinking, okay, now it's super time. Tokon doesn't always give me that same cue, so I would constantly forget to cash out. So start checking your meter before your combo wins. If the super KO is spend it, meter does nothing when the match ends with all of it sitting in your pocket. Also, if you ever get like a tumbleweed state, you can just do your medium link combo, which will automatically go into super for you. Now for universal combo that works for every character, which would be light, medium, down heavy, into air jump to light, medium, down heavy. And you want to go to a neutral assist, which for every single assist would be the same thing, which would knock your opponent to a tumbleweed state. After that, you can send it however you want. You can go into a medium link, which can automatically go to another super for you. This is one of the first combos that every beginner should learn, because it works regardless of your team's composition. And more about combos, we need to focus more about the combo limit gauge, because it can be confusing at first. This gauge is not simply counting hits, it is tracking your inputs. You normally have around 50 inputs before the combo is forced to end. One input could cause several hits, but it still counts as the move you performed rather than every individual hit animation. As the gauge fills, it changes from blue towards red. Once it reaches red, your next hit will end the combo. But there are indeed ways to slightly extend what the combo limit gauge allows. Calling assist gives you room for 1 additional input. Certain moves can also place the opponent into a wall splat. A wall splat holds them against the wall, obviously, and gives you more time to breathe and the opportunity to continue your combo. So combo building isn't only about getting the most attacks off, but about getting your most strongest attacks off. You're managing how many inputs you have left and deciding whether an assist or a wall splat will give you the most value. But that's not all. The combo limit gauge isn't the only thing controlling your combo length. There's also a combo timer. When that timer is about to expire, your combo gauge will begin flashing white. Once it turns flashing white, your next hit will end the combo. But listen, to recap, here is the entire beginner game plan. Start with 1 character you actually want to learn, either you think they're cool or their game style is very fun to play as. You use normals and assists to win neutral. Use a singles match your opponent is zoning or playing Dr. Doom or Magneto. Use crossover responsibly. We need to escape pressure. Learn to convert hits with light, medium, and down heavy. Use neutral assist to extend the combo. Watch your combo limit gauge and combo timer. Break walls to assemble more teammates. And remember to spin your super meter wisely. Marvels Tokon may look overwhelming at first, It is a 4 versus 4 fighter, but you don't need to master all 4 characters at once before you can start playing. Your entire team shares 1 health bar and you can stay in your favorite character while your teammates support you. Once you understand wall breaks, assemble smash, crossover, and a universal combo structure, the game becomes much easier to follow and it allows you to learn more about neutral, better optimal combos, and more about your character. Hope you enjoyed this video. In the next video, I'll be breaking down individual characters, the easiest combos, and which assists works best for their game plans. Thank you for watching and subscribe.